Fuck it, I'm 40.
All right, y'all, we are back with another week of Fuck It, I'm 40. We actually have some guests with us this week. But I got to tell you, before we bring them on, there was a funny incident I'm going to jump right into. I should introduce ourselves. My name is Tracy Kreider, and I'm here with my lovely co-host,
Kelly Bell.
Kelly Bell. All right, I'll just say it. Just fucking Kelly Bell. She's apparently just being a diva today. So we get, we are both rushing home to come do this podcast. Kelly was kind enough to give me a bottle of champagne for tonight's podcast. And as I was driving off, this bitch decides to pretend like I ran over her foot. And it was done in such a way that I honestly, like, it wasn't over exaggerated. It felt real, like really real. And I realized in that moment, I could throw up and also was unable to drive home the very few miles I had to drive home. It was a hot mess. I literally was like, great, I broke her. And I'll be honest with you, I was surprised I wasn't more concerned about my car. I was actually more concerned about Kelly. So, you know,
I should be surprised. I should be surprised you weren't more worried about your car. But
I was genuinely concerned about you. I honestly was genuinely concerned about you.
I saw the complete whites around your eyes, and keep in mind, like, it's dark outside.
It was fear. It was like legit fear. I knew enough was okay because you were able to say ow, ow, ow. But yeah, wow. It was just so you know, the love is there. The love is there.
I can only get ow out because I was in complete shock. And that's what happens
when you get fake run over.
That's right.
That's what happens.
So
fucked up is what it was.
Speaking of Shamps though, earlier this week, Fletcher and Michael went to go see Tool. And so me and Charlie decided that we were going to do spa day. So I got her like the Welch's sparkling grapefruit juice, and like in the champagne looking bottle. And I got myself a bottle of champagne, but where I was when I stopped didn't have a really good bottle of anything. Like, I knew the Prosecco they had, I hated. It was very small window, small choices. So I went with a Martini Rossi and Asti.
Oh my God.
Can I tell you I immediately regretted it after first sip, but I powered through and took that.
That's dumb.
Down.
You know what? That's just dumb. Why power through? We're fucking 40 now. There's no powering through that shit anymore. That's the stuff you do when you're teenagers. You don't do that at 40.
I wasn't
you
going
fucking
back
earned the right to drink good shit at 40. Okay.
I was
you
showered.
Embarrassed by this entire admittance of what you did.
I did.
I can't believe you even walked away with that. You know what?
It was all they had. I really wanted sparkling.
That's all they had.
Yes,
since the 1980s, Cal. That's the only thing. And because nobody has bought it since the 1980s, they cannot replenish with anything better.
It's kind of like a backwoods store. So, they have it. It was just, I'm surprised the shelving was new. You used to have to kind of like if a can, when it rusted on the bottom, like jiggle it off the shelf.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So,
You really drank that whole thing?
I did. I powered through.
What was the headache like afterwards? I have to imagine the headache was like.
No, it was just really gross. So I ate a lot of Cheerios.
You ate a lot of Cheerios to counteract the grossness of the Martini and Rossi? Yes. Well, there's your tip, folks.
Frosty and Asti.
Gross. So that's a shameful story of the week. Shameful stories of the week.
That's my shame. So since we're on a note of shame, let's introduce Shanks.
Is that why? Yeah, that's nice. That's a nice thing.
That's not a palindrome. What is a shh?
All right, I'm going to take over. Okay, so we've got Shanks here. Shanks is a golf outfitter. Women's. Yes, let's actually make that very clear. It's women's golf outfitters. And these ladies are changing the game for women in golf. So we've got Stacy,
and we got Carrie,
and we are missing one, but I'm pretty sure these two badass ladies are going to be able to hold their own for sure. So ladies, welcome to Fuck It, I'm 40 podcast. I welcome you, and I also apologize all at the same time.
All right.
Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I feel like I'm back in 2010 at your family reunion.
Loud. You can't decide where to listen to, what stories are going on. So I have some really, I've got some questions, ladies. Number one, why? Why did we get into this apparel game?
Wait, we're starting with the why. We're not going to ask.
Because we were drunk.
Bitch, I'm a co-host. I can ask whatever question I want. Yes,
this
why?
episode I am a co-host because you take over interviews, but I'll allow it.
I do.
Continue,
So
ladies.
why?
My
ladies?
bad.
Because you were drunk. Let them talk. Shut up, Kel.
Damn it,
Why?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were drunk. That's basically, it was COVID. We were bored. We thought, what are we going to do? It was actually St. Patrick's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day 2020. And that's when everything closed down. And we're like, well, what are we going to do? So decided to go golf and drink and just went from there, really. We complained all day about the clothes, how we were fat and, frumpy looking, and who likes it? Yeah,
I wasn't fat yet.
Yeah.
COVID just started. I was still thin.
We're in the beginning stages of your COVID game.
That's right.
So,
the clothes were
early
still
on.
bad, but I wasn't fat.
Clothes were terrible. And you can't get them anywhere. You go and you're like, what the fuck? All they have are like solid colors. They don't have any fun colors. They all fit differently.
So
And
before
they're
we get
expensive.
into your design and stuff, again, you started this in 2020. What do you do? Like you aren't, are you in fashion? Are you in clothing?
is
No.
anybody connected to anybody?
We know no one.
Yeah,
We
we
know
know
love
you.
it.
you.
We know you.
No,
Hey,
but
you know us. Woo!
we
Well,
did
I worked with Carrie for 5 years, and
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
back we've known each other for 10, 15 years. Yeah, 15 years.
Yeah.
I always tell the story how Carrie's my young friend and she's still friends with me. I met her when she was 26, and that bitch is over 40 now.
Thank you.
Woo!
Yes.
Welcome to the
I
club.
won't say my age.
Do you guys have like roles that each one of you do the best? Like this
They
person
didn't even
does this, this
answer what
person
they
does
do for a living.
Oh, well, I mean, during the day, I'm a strategist. I'm a consultant for an HR company,
this. Okay.
but spent most of my years as a strategist for the nonprofit AARP.
So
For a long
Okay.
time.
explain what a strategist is, because I'm done.
So I help CEOs like you, Kelly, do like mission, vision, value work, leadership development, executive coaching, stuff
So
like that.
This
Boring.
actually then getting into this business is not too much of a stretch then to own your own
No,
business. This is what
No, because I have my own business because I'm also an illustrator. So like I illustrate for big companies. It's kind of like a court reporter, but I do it with like big paper in a room where there's all these executives and I just storyboard what they're saying. So I have that both left brain, right brain kind of thing going on. Carrie's all left brain. And so I think that's why we mix well, because she keeps me straight and I drive her crazy.
And Cece,
That's
we
why
work
she
together.
drinks so much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cheers. So
Yeah,
me and
I agree
Cece
with
work
her.
together as teachers. She still is a teacher.
Yeah, I shape young minds. Yes. Yes.
I don't know why I found that funny, but just the way you said it was like, yes, I
did.
shape young minds.
Every day I give a parent talk about what not to do when I go home at night.
I even heard her one time. The kid goes, Miss Cartonia, what does horny mean? And I was like, you got to be shitting me. Like, seriously? Kids asking, Carrie, of all people to ask, Carrie's like, oh, well, I'm a little uncomfortable right now, but.
Yeah.
So you have a third to this. You got a trio. Tell us about the gal who's missing.
That's Jess. She's
Okay.
she's our partner. She never played golf in her life. At least Carrie and I had some past experience, but she's a trooper. She gets out there, man, and she just swings away. And if she hits it, great. If not, she doesn't give a crap. Really.
She's just out there to have fun. Look, I don't blame you.
Yeah, she was a business owner at one point in her life, but now she's a caregiver for her mom, and yeah, so she's in Seattle. She went today to Seattle to visit some family.
Nice. Okay. Well, we tell her we missed
She's
her.
our minority. Oh, she's our minority. She's our pretty
Your diversity.
Filipino. Yeah, she's our pretty Filipino partner.
Your well, which brings us
Carrie is dying right now that you just
I
said
know.
that. She is dying.
She's gonna call you later and say, "Can you cut that?"
That's the cancel. That's the school bound cancel culture bleeding through right now.
Right. I just got an email from my principal. I just got an email from my principal saying that I need to come in because she saw me on YouTube.
but okay, but listen. I have looked at your Facebook page, and I have got to tell you, it was I literally, and I don't take any offense, I don't think it's intended. I was cracking up because what I was seeing was not what I was expecting. I honestly, so I definitely have some experience around golf courses. I've worked at a few of them.
I'm afraid to ask your experience. Carrie has some experience too.
And it just has this very upper echelon. There's this kind of sense of like entitlement that typically comes around when you see things with golf. You get into your Facebook page and you see 3 women having the best time. I mean, just kind of the photos and the pictures were so fun. I literally said to Kelly, I was like, this is going to be a very good time. Like the ladies that are setting this up, this is going to be such a good time. To me, the way I would equate it to anybody who's listening is think of the best people you want to get on the golf course with. And if all you want to do is drink on the golf cart and look good, this is the group of ladies that you want to be with. Even if you can't play golf, if you can, great. But if you can't, 100%. They're here for the beers and the golf court. Listen, I have looked at your Facebook page, and I have got to tell you, it was, I literally, and I don't take any offense, I don't think it's intended. I was cracking up because what I was seeing was not what I was expecting. I honestly, so I definitely have some experience around golf courses. I've worked at a few of them.
I'm afraid to ask your experience. Carrie has some experience too.
And it just has this very upper echelon. There's this kind of sense of like entitlement that typically comes around when you see things with golf. You get into your Facebook page and you see 3 women having the best time. I mean, just kind of the photos and the pictures were so fun. I literally said to Kelly, I was like, this is going to be a very good time. Like the ladies that are setting this up, this is going to be such a good time. To me, the way I would equate it to anybody who's listening is think of the best people you want to get on the golf course with. And if all you want to do is drink on the golf cart and look good, this is the group of ladies that you want to be with. Even if you can't play golf, if you can, great. But if you can't, 100%. They're here for the beers and the golf cart rides, and you're still going to look good. Yeah, I mean, it was hilarious. I loved it.
So did you happen to see me holding a sign up that said rim job?
Yeah,
I did.
Yes, Carrie's mom sent her a private message that said, Carrie, you might want to look that word up. You might want to know what the meaning of that is.
That's right. Should I, Mom? Oh my goodness. I had no idea.
Because I'm not married.
That's the thing that I think is most important. Like, so when you hear things, we are not here for, Kelly and I are not here for cancel culture, but I think that's the beauty of it. What you guys are bringing to the world of golf is a like, fuck it kind of attitude that I sort of feel has been really missing. And it's not just golf is not for the elite. Golf is for anybody who's willing to have fun. The fact that you're doing this for women is amazing. And I think women in golf is one of those things that is very lacking. If you really think of the sport in itself, it's a highly masculine sport. But the fact that you're bringing something in that just says, fuck it, we're women. We've got this. We look good. Who gives a shit? Like, just have fun with it. I think that rings very, very true to what the brand is that you guys have, which is, I think, in my opinion, awesome.
Yeah, I think it's really just about, really, truly, we started out kind of as a joke, just laughing, because we used to say Shanks anyway. Instead of thanks, we would say Shanks. Then we started playing golf. We're like, wait a minute, that's actually a golf term. Like, it's kind of funny.
And
Yeah.
Stacy does it all the time, by the way.
Yeah, apparently I do, but she's lying. I'm actually an average golfer. I get better when I drink. You know? But
That's why they have the
Don't
golf
we all?
carts with the booze
but it
on
really
right?
was, it really did become like the passion really is now just centered around empowering women to feel comfortable no matter their age. You know, I'm 56. Like, I mean, I still want to look cute. Like, I don't want to
yeah.
look, like, I don't want to look frumpy on the golf course, you know? So I'm, you know, she's a little bit more conservative. That's what's so nice about the three of us. We all have different styles and different takes on stuff. And I think that's why it works, you know?
So speaking of your tastes, how do you come up with your designs? Like some of the stuff, like you're wearing your hat now, which my daughter stole. My daughter stole the hat I brought home. As soon as I walked through the door, she's like, "This is mine," and
She
she
said,
wears it.
"Shanks."
well, which is kind of funny because these were our first kind of take on the word. As you can tell from our Facebook, we've kind of, and our Instagram, we've morphed into like more of a silhouette of a girl shaking the ball.
Oh, she's on your shirt.
So, yeah. Well, she's
No,
on.
It's not on this.
No,
show
it's not
either.
on either, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way to go. Way to tell us to dress up for the podcast.
I
I
mean,
thought
it's
I would
something.
like just fucking recording and not my face. That's why I look so pretty.
Ladies, I don't know if you understand. We're low budget here, okay? There's no notice for shit. There's just show up.
Yeah,
the
no, but
Zoom that we sent you wasn't even working for 10 minutes. So we suck at this. We really suck at this. Okay.
But you know what?
Not
I think
true.
to some degree that's what attracts people when you can be transparent and honest about your shit, you know, whether you fucked up something or you know something's not whatever, like just be honest about it and just be transparent. And I think that's what we've done. We made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. We had some shitty stuff out there, and then we're like, all right, let's, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And then we're like, and you know what, that's what we are about. We're about having fun. We're about empowering women to feel comfortable, whether you're my age, 70, like we got women wearing our stuff. Miss Ina Ray, she's 85, you know, like we got, and my cousin's 70, almost 70.
Disposable income.
Dude, she's like, yeah. And my
They're not
cousin, my
teachers.
7-year-old was like, make sure the skirts are like 14 inches. I don't want to look frumpy. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, you go, girl. You know, you're tiny as a tick and you ride that 14-inch skirt, right? So it's fun to know like you got a lot of variations to play with. And that's what we've been doing. And Carrie's got a design coming out in a couple weeks that she came up with.
Nice.
I've come up with some designs. Our partner, we've got some young girls that have been helping us with some of our designs and just being like a sounding board. They've also been our photographer. She's done all of our content for us for social media. So yeah, we got some designs coming out. We've even thought about like kind of doing a tag that's more about like empowering women, and it would say something like, this was specially designed by Carrie, right? Or you know, but yeah, so that's, I mean, our patterns, I feel right now, we're like just tipping the scale at the moment. The girls just sold to Bowie Golf Course, which was nice.
Oh, hey.
We're gonna be in Bowie now.
They did that too. They did that Tuesday without me, and I was really proud of them because they say I'm the one.
We can get it done.
No, they're like, you're the one that's
Did you
like
see
the
that?
gift of gab, right?
Read between the.
Yeah,
But you know what it means? It's your they've learned, they've watched, they've learned. That's the thing about all three of you is the development of all of this. Number one, I love the fact that you say we made a lot of mistakes in the beginning. So I want to kind of get to that because I think there's something to be said about owning your own business and accepting the fact that there's going to be failures that you're going to learn as you go through.
Yeah.
So talk to me about like, what was some of the mistakes that you made and how was it that you were able to kind of say, okay, as a group, you know what? Cool. Let's now do something different. Let's still stick with this. Let's be proud of what we started and move in a different direction.
Well, mistake one, we just like went at it. We were so excited. We were like, we need shirts that we like. So we ordered all these like random samples, things without labels on them, like no name kind of things. And we're like, oh yeah, this is really comfortable. Let's get that. And we ordered them. And then we're like, oh, this really blows. Damn it. And we step it back. And then we ordered some more. And then we decided we'd put a logo on it, our original logo, which was this one.
Which a lot of people like. The men like this.
The logo, yeah.
It's cute, but it's not really feminine of sort. Our new one has a woman golfing, like looking like, I just shanked that ball. So like we had a person that was putting our logo on things, and we got these really cool raincoats. And the first time the logo was great. It was like right there. And then the next coat was there. By the last coat, the logo was up here. I'm like, do you look down on somebody to read it? Like,
oh,
like, all right.
Yeah.
So,
And then but then
discount rack.
Yeah, dumb us kept going back to her. Like we didn't have enough the first time. Then she did our hats, and we had to take all of the patches off by hand. It's this hat. She did them, and they're all messed up. So we took that off by hand, right?
And then we went to a new guy to get them put on, and he put on 2 different patches.
Well, you know what? I got there's a guy right behind me. There's a guy right behind me that does
He's
shirts.
our favorite guy in the world.
Isn't he awesome? Yes.
Oh,
Matt is amazing.
That's our new guy.
That's our guy. He did this. He did these shirts.
Yes. Yeah, Matt's good.
Matt.
Yep.
Matt
Matt's
can do
fantastic.
the printing, but your hats, they're right next door to Matt is the person that can do hats and stitch work. Yeah, right next to where Matt was.
Matt did not tell us that.
Matt's not going to tell you that. It's a top competition.
No, but embroidery and screen printing are two different things.
Correct. Right next door at the end, it's like sportswear or something. They did my chef coats, and they're beautiful. My chef coats.
That's awesome to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Shanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hey, that's one of our words.
So it's pretty cool though, because like, okay, so Matt, I think we should actually mention his business because he not only does it for you, Kelly, he does it for my husband's company. And it's pretty cool to hear that he's doing it for you too.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
It is Black Anchor something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Black Anchor.
Black Anchor. BLK. It's BLK.
BLK ANKR. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah, and he's fabulous. He's really good. And he's just a
I'm
swell
wearing
guy.
a Black Anchor original right now.
Yeah, this is his. This is his too. Yeah, very nice.
He is the cutest dog too.
Oh, so
Little
sweet.
puppy.
So sweet. Yeah,
I don't think I've gotten to know the dog.
He's a sniffer.
Yeah, but when you find that right person and you can build that relationship, you know what I mean? So that's kind of what we've done with Matt for sure. The other person that was doing our embroidery, I mean, she put on a patch, and all you could see was the stitching, the crooked stitching on the patch. And I'm like, you're not supposed to see the stitching. Like, we couldn't even sell them.
It was tough.
Yeah, and that was this. I was like, I've already taken patches off the hat. I'm not taking patches off this hat. Like you can give them away. It's a loss.
It was tough.
Yeah.
Well, I'll get the information for the people next door to Matt.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Well, I mean, we can get it when we come pick up the food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
This is supporting businesses, folks. Isn't this lovely?
It's women empowering women.
That's right. That's what they say, right? Empowered women empower other women. That's for sure.
So,
talk to me about your first sale. So, you've got this idea, yes, you make some things, but let's talk about the first time you really sold something. What was that like?
Right. No, I was going to say, I think we sold, at tournaments and stuff, but I think our first excited feeling was when we sold.
Real quick, when you say tournaments, are you saying like a farmer's market kind of setting?
No, like golf tournaments.
Yes, but there's tables set up.
Okay.
So we've hosted or sponsored, I guess, several golf tournaments. Even though we're terrible, we do them as fundraisers for breast cancer, for lupus, different organizations,
things like that.
And we'll have a table set up.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and those have been
Toys
fun.
for
But
Tots.
Toys for Tots. So we do turn around.
I'm trying.
Bitch, I don't want to see your ass.
That's great.
Why would you want to see my ass?
Well, you do have a better ass than I do. but anyway, that's why I want ruffles on the skirt, because it adds dimension. It makes me look like I do have an ass.
Oh God, I do not need the ruffled skirt.
I turn my skirt around.
Yeah, it would have to be. Yeah, exactly. Balance out my fupa.
but talk to me about the big sale, the one you're
Oh,
most
sorry,
excited
the
about.
One big sale.
Was Renditions Golf.
No way.
We know renditions. We know
You're at
renditions.
renditions. How about that?
May 1st.
May 1st, our stuff will be in there. And that was before the holiday. He, we were able to get in through a friend, and
So you do know people.
super cool golf pro there. If you don't
Yeah.
know him, his name is Dave Long. Shout out to him. And his, yeah. So
So you're in renditions. You're in Bowie.
renditions, and yep. And what's that look like? More like Davidsonville, Upper Marlboro. What do you call renditions?
Upper Marlboro, I'd say.
Yeah. Look at my ear, how the hats make it stick out. Look, that's ridiculous.
If they're listening to the first episode, which is not a video, you'll
Yeah.
there is.
My ears were going to be
video
showing
coming
on video.
next Thursday.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that was our first. Like, we did go out and celebrate.
We did.
night.
We absolutely did.
Yeah.
You have. What are you talking about? Yes, you have to. 100%.
We did. We had Martini and Rossi.
And Asti.
First one. We couldn't afford anything better.
Yeah.
And then I shit myself.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. That's you get that after the next big sale and maybe the following big sale.
Yeah.
All right,
So
they
your
just,
fifth sale, you got to get the Blue Le Clou.
The blue cube.
The blue.
Yeah.
So
What's
what I was
that?
gonna say is, okay, so you've got you get the big sale under your belt, right? Let's talk a little bit about, you've got websites and you've got social media and all of those things going on. Now you've got this big sale. Was there anything in terms of like building all of this up that felt like too overwhelming, that there were things that was like, we definitely need, because you talked about having a lot of people help with a lot of these different, like with the social media and things like that. When did you start pulling these people on? Were they there from the beginning? Now that you've got this sale happening, was there anything that was like, holy shit, we're doing this?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, from the beginning, we've had a huge support system. Like, everyone has been so great, from their husbands to, just friends of ours that we know, people that we talk to on the golf course, pretty much. And I mean, you might have known this from Stacy here. Anytime we're somewhere ever, she's going to meet 17 people and get their cards, and she's going to be Facebook friends with them before we leave the bar. And you're like, do we know that person? Yeah. No, we don't know that person. But now you know everything about them because she just does, like.
I get a lot of bruises. I get a lot of bruises on my shin because this person here is always fucking kicking me in the shin under the table, like, shut up. Like, it just happened last weekend when we met a woman from, what is she, Better
She's
Business? She was the nicest consultant. We do need to reach out to her.
Nicest lady.
Yeah.
But it was 38 minutes later, and I'm like, bitch, I haven't eaten lunch. I'm really hungry. I'm like, and you start talking to this lady. She gave us her card 17 minutes ago, and we already are in. We don't need to keep talking.
Yeah. Right. I think the other, I think, for me at least, game changer was there was 3 guys that reached out to us from the West Coast that saw our Instagram stuff and said, you know what, these ladies are like taking the path of like the drinking and fun and just getting out there and having a good time with your friends, right? And so they reached out to us. They're like, I think you guys might want to talk to us. We want to talk to you. Maybe we can collaborate. And we did. And actually, Carrie happens to have I'm going to do a shout out to them.
Drunk Dolphers.
Oh, nice. Drunk Dolphers.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wink, wink. Instead of drunk golfer, it's drunk golfer. So, so we've collaborated a lot, just back and forth. Carrie and I went out in November to meet with them, and we played golf with them, and we got really hammered at the wineries in Temecula. But so we've just been really, I mean, he enabled us to at least kickstart going to I think the hardest thing really in apparel in the United States is sourcing the material.
Yeah.
And it's very, very expensive. So he helped pave that connection for us. And so now we've been like kind of sharing patterns back and forth. So you'll notice if you went to their website, you'll see some of our patterns that we got from them. Like he shared their patterns at first so we could get some polos made. And now we're sharing our patterns back with them. And so, we just like, I was on the phone with them yesterday, just kind of bullshit and sharing insights, so that's what's really.
It is.
Yeah.
It's nice. Very
That's
nice.
great. That's great. The connections. I mean, I know for me, like to be a cheerleader of somebody else's business, there's enough business out there for all of us. There really is. And really, does Kim Kardashian need another clothing line? She doesn't. Let's
Yeah.
let's put the small people out there that have passions and are hustling to get the shit done. She has people. I don't have people. I got
Yeah.
stains on my shirt. See, that's not from having people.
I got a small t-shirt in a large body. So
So how do you work during the day? Obviously you're doing this. How do you what is your typical start to finish day look like? How are you balancing like a regular job with this? Because I think that's the other thing when you're starting a business like this, you have to run both courses for some time so that the dream kicks off the way so you can get rid of the other thing. So what does that look like for you guys?
Or do you
right
want
now?
to get rid of the other thing?
Well, that's
Yes,
true too.
I'm ready to resign.
I
Don't
know
tell
you
anyone.
are.
I have the best. I really have the best of both worlds. I work from home.
Yeah.
My boss is my friend from high school. Shout out to Cindy. She knows I'm passionate about this. She loves the fact that I'm doing this on the side. But yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I can multitask, and I have this is my personal computer. I got that one up. I got my work one up, and we're just going to town. It's harder for her, obviously, because she's in school. But shout out to Carrie though. She set us up on Slack, which and that
What's
has made
Slack?
a world. Yeah, I mean, that's how we communicate. What is Slack?
Is that what the question was?
Yeah. What is it?
Oh,
Well,
yeah, Slack's an app where you work with your business, like business partners. We're all in one conversation. So it breaks it into like folders, kind of like a Google Drive, but in a text.
Oh no.
So like we have a folder that says, new orders or phone calls we need to make or, appointments we have. And we divide it into those so we can look it up. And that's where we have our conversations to kind of.
Conversations were really struggling in text.
Yeah.
So Carrie set us up with that, and that's been really a game changer because we can now keep track of who's doing what we agreed to, who said what, because it's all laid out in different folders.
You could also use Slack in a form of creating a community. So you could even have where people are testing your product, thing like that. And you can have it where it's like a community that's built out where your people could, kind of give you feedback that they're testing all in a different Slack
So
channel.
my peeps can meet your peeps and vice versa.
Yes. Yes. So just FYI,
We haven't
this is
really
how
got
businesses get done, folks. This is how we do. So
Always
I'm in sales, just so you know. So this is the kind of shit that I think of.
So you want to
But
sell our product?
You know what? I've got ideas. I've got nothing but ideas. That's for sure.
Hey, we had a great guy call me yesterday. He's a sales rep for some pretty big names, golf sales rep, right? And he was just, again, a friend of a friend who said, oh yeah, I'll talk to him. He gave me really great insights just about women golf apparel lines and how we need to go at it differently than you would men's apparel lines. Yes. So yeah, but any kind of help,
Yeah, we will send you
absolutely.
a $15 bottle of champagne if you want to tell us some ideas.
That's right up my alley.
30? I know.
No, 15 is great. I'm good at 15. I'm not, I can be bougie. Don't you worry.
The Vue le Clou. If you really want to show up, the Vue le Clou.
Yeah. I think I was the one that introduced Kelly to actual champagne. So we go to a liquor store one time and I was like, have you really had champagne, like real champagne before? And I don't know if I have. I was like, okay, it's happening today. We cannot go another day where you have not had this. And we go to my parents' house, we pop it open. She's like, oh my God. I was like, well, there's only like 5 glasses in here. So make it last, lady, make it last.
Well, I got to do that on Sunday for my daughter's birthday brunch. And I'm thinking, well, shit, what kind of champagne do I get? I don't know now. You got me worried.
Yeah.
Are you using it for mimosas?
Yeah.
Oh, do not get the good shit. Do not get the Vue le Clou for the mimosa.
Don't get the fancy stuff. Don't get the fancy stuff.
Get a Prosecco, Lamar.
Wait, Mary's got it right under our feet. She's got it.
I mean, I thought if this went well, we would just pop it.
Oh, you go. There you go.
It's shiny.
Yeah.
You're already ready. I love it.
I got
Okay,
you.
so another question I have is, where do you all see, like, what's the ultimate goal? What do you want to see out of your brand? Everything you're putting into, what do you want to see? And what's the end game, if there's an end game?
Or a
Great question.
continuation of your success game.
There's no
Yes.
Yeah, as a strategist, that's a great question, because that's the question I ask my CEOs. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? What's your long-term goal? And I sit here and I'm going, I don't know if we've even talked about that, to be honest.
I don't think we have, but I mean, our ultimate goal is to have fun and have other people have fun. And I think women a lot of times want to look good, and that equates to having fun, not necessarily shooting, under par, or, getting your first eagle, or whatever that even means.
Yeah.
But, like, we can see women out there and be like, hey, you're wearing Shanks. That's my company.
Yeah.
Like, not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like,
you just
hey,
leaned
that's
in
us.
like Biden does.
Yeah.
That's my company. That's what he
This is
does.
what I
That's what he does.
Stop watching Fox News. TV.
Yeah, I mean, I think,
Hulu.
I only have about 10 years before I retire. So it would be nice to be set up where I could just like shank it all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what her husband said yesterday.
Shank it out.
Shank it
I'll
out.
shank.
Do you know how many golf shops there are in Maryland?
Like stores themselves, or pro
Yeah,
shops?
like, so where your apparel could be sold out of golf courses. Do you know how many there are?
Oh, there's probably a good, in Maryland, just in PG and Anne Arundel County, there's probably about at least a dozen.
Yeah.
But we're going to Arizona in the end of April, and I'm trying hard to we already have tee times, but I'm also going to try to double dip and see if we can get in front of the golf pro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Before we get drunk. Yeah.
Before you get drunk, it's always a positive. Always a positive.
Well,
Ladies, I see you. If you don't have the end game, I see you with a certain percentage in every single state that you can go and get Shanks apparel in a certain percentage of these kind of shops where golf apparel is sold. That would be a nice little spot for you. Enough to where you can enjoy it.
Yeah, the great thing is it doesn't have to just be golf either. Like, you can wear
100%.
pickleball. You can wear it for tennis. You can wear it
picking up your kid from soccer.
Yeah.
It's just athletic.
I mean, honestly, I live in yoga pants all the time. I'm at work. I'm right now wearing the Martini Rossi.
But it's a great point, though. I mean, even though where you're going, it has a very golf feel. You are correct. You are definitely in athletic wear. This is something that doesn't, when you say there's not an end game, that's something where when you can capitalize on all kinds of aspects of sport.
So she's gonna get it, but we just did golf gloves, and like last night she was like, oh crap, maybe I should get some softball gloves for my high school team, but really cool golf gloves.
Those are great.
Right? And the girl is like,
for anybody who's listening, it's Shamrocks. And then they have their logo on it. They have a Maryland flag one. Those are great.
And that's our logo. That's our new logo.
Yes. Very cool.
But I mean, we can make anything. Like I said, I'm going to make them for my softball kids to bat. Their batting gloves.
Yeah.
So easy. So cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Carrie and Stacy, you guys are, first off, you all been friends forever. I've known Carrie forever. Casey, she's just fucking great.
Casey.
It's
Nope. She just met Casey. I don't even know who Casey is.
Stacy.
Casey's a friend from somewhere else.
Well, you know what it is? You guys are so used to calling each other by your last names.
Yes.
I can tell you, I met you many, many years ago. I think you might have been even pregnant with your youngest. And how old's your youngest?
Yeah.
Youngest is now
You were at,
We were at Smoky Bones, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
Snow,
that
like a
Fletcher. That would have been Fletcher. He's turning 16 this year.
Because you were still teaching.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is homecoming attire like crazy. And just,
So, but you guys, that's why you can't remember each other's first name. I'm always like, what's their first name? All these years, I've known everybody by their last names.
Cartonia
Yeah.
or CC. Like it's what mostly CC, Cartonia, whatever. But I like her first name. I may have said more times this podcast than ever in the 15 years I've known her.
I would agree.
And I don't even know you've said it that many times. It seems like you fucked it up just about as many times as you got it right.
That's what I'm saying.
Nobody's gonna know who she is. Nobody's gonna know. It's gonna
That's
So
actually better
ladies,
that way.
So what we do
right now.
like
It's
to
really good.
do when we close out is to tell everybody, don't be a dick. So Tracy's going to count us down. Would you like to tell us where your email address, not your email address, your website, tell us your social media, and then we're going to go ahead and count down and go ahead and close us out to not being a dick. Don't be a dick.
Okay.
Don't be a dick.
You're a fucking hot mess. You should
All
start
right,
a
go.
podcast.
What's your website? Go.
www.shanksgolfapparel.com. And you can
Nice.
find us on Instagram, same thing, Shanks Golf Apparel, same on Facebook. And where else are we? I guess that's it.
Those are our big ones.
Yeah, those are our big
Yeah.
ones. Instagram's our big one.
Yeah, your Instagram.
Well, ladies-
follow them on Instagram. They're a lot of fun.
Follow them on Facebook too, because it's funny. Like their photos are just funny. If for not, I mean, I want you to buy their stuff, but I just definitely want you to go check out the
Yeah,
photos.
you know, it's
Because I was like, holy
well,
shit.
what's funny.
You
Yeah, what's
I
funny,
don't-
is you gotta let go of that insecurity of like, you're like, oh fuck, that picture looks like shit.
Yeah.
Look how fat I am. Oh my God. Like all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I gotta let that go because that's what we're all about. And
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm just putting it out
And
there.
I didn't see none of that. What I saw was a bunch of fun. I mean, I've worked at multiple golf places and I have never picked up a golf cart or a golf course or golf club, one of those things. I've never done it. And I will tell you, I got on there, I was like, that looks like so much fun. I wouldn't play
Yeah,
golf,
so
but I would
fun.
definitely get in the golf cart with some beers with you ladies for sure.
We will bring you guys to an outing. We can have a fucking
Yes.
M40.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh my
Let's
God.
go.
Hey, why don't you guys come out for our lupus tournament in May fundraiser and just like be our MC and just like, oh my God, that'd be so
Totally
awesome.
down. I love the MC. It's like my favorite hidden talent.
We got
I'll
you.
teach Kelly
got it.
before we get there. It'll be great.
Okay, send me that
Oh, you
date
can start
immediately.
Before you even start.
Send me that date immediately so I
we're
can check
in.
my calendar and get it on there.
We're
for
in.
sure.
All right,
Right.
it's a Friday. I know it's a
You
Friday.
don't have anything going on.
We don't. We have
No,
nothing going on. We're
yeah,
totally free.
you're right.
We're totally free. We're totally free. Well, ladies,
It's not only
you guys
weddings.
are
It's not
badass.
wedding season or nothing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hey,
We'll
add
make it
some
work.
bacon to my order, bitch.
Well, ladies, we appreciate it. You're badass. We love Shanks Golf Apparel. I cannot wait to see how you guys just fucking kill the game. I'm so excited to see the path that you're taking. It is one I have yet to ever see in this kind of apparel line and golf. I think it is something that has been much needed. So I am super, super stoked for you all. And for everybody else that's listening, thanks so much for tuning in every single week. We can't thank you enough. It's unbelievable. We've been doing this for over a year and motherfuckers still show up. Like it's crazy to me that you do. And we thank you a lot. And I'm going to close this out as we normally do. And we'll count down 1, 2, 3. Don't be a dick.
Hey, Shanks, so much.
That's right.
Oh, I cut you off already. I should have.
That was the dick move. That
Oh
was
wait,
kind of a
no,
dick
it's
move.
not. It's still recording. Sorry, it's still recording. So you got it. You got